Alright, welcome back. I have another installment and another video of an Illaoi guide. I have a guest with me. This is Jay.
Hello.
Jay is a friend of mine who is a Jax main. I don't have a whole lot of elite credentials to give you, but this is his profile. Prepare to be embarrassed.
What?
Right, I'm showing your profile. Be embarrassed.
Alright. As
I
you can
don't
see, I'm stuck in gold and silver elo hell.
But Jay is a friend, and Jay has done a little bit of coaching, and he knows quite a bit of the theory craft, so I have invited him to talk about Jax. This is a matchup which tilts me to the end of the earth, because I cry every time I lose to this matchup, and I find it particularly difficult. Jay, why do I have so much trouble against Jax?
Well, that's because Jax has pretty good mobility with his Q, and he does an unexpected amount of damage sometimes, and he has, because of the Q, he's able to punish overstays really easily. Like if you decide to farm under turret with low health, he can just Q onto you and blow you up and press R to soak up the tower hits. And yeah, you're kind of weak to that, so
Yeah, especially early game levels 1 and 2.
yeah.
So most Jaxes are going to start with their stun level 1,
Yeah, for sure. I've sometimes seen Jax players start Q against certain matchups, or W if there's like an auto war, but E is really standard.
So in this matchup, I've just ended up going a little bit passive level 1, and that's just kind of me as a player. I want to sit back and I want to be careful and I want to let him push into me. Is that okay to do level 1?
Yeah, because Jax level 1 is really strong. What he wants to do is walk up to you, auto you once, press E, get all your minions to start targeting him, and stack up his E damage to max. And he also just renders all your autos useless, so then for that 2 seconds, and after the stun, he can trade really, really hard.
Right. So I want to point out there, I played it pretty passively, but I just let him walk up, take the minions for free, and then I landed a free tentacle grab. Didn't really get any damage down, because the correct thing you're supposed to do as Jax when that happens is just leap away.
He made the right choice there. But as like Jax, it's really difficult to do anything when your spirit is grabbed.
So, cannon minion. If you guys haven't done a whole lot of Illaoi play, this is the perfect time. As soon as somebody's going for that CS, throw out the tentacle grab.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really like dash away like he did. Whoops, camera. He doesn't really dash away like he did earlier. And that just kind of buys me time to sit at the top of the turret, or top of the lane, right by my tentacles and farm.
It looks like it's still looking. Alright.
That was kind of a little testing my opponent because I'm low. Yeah, there's the trade I was looking for. Like, I jumped on him once and he didn't do anything. It was a free trade. So I just started jumping on him a bunch more. How abusable is Jax's level 2, 3, and 4?
His level 3 can be pretty good. If you miss your tentacle grab, he can just all in.
Was it okay to throw out some of those W's and gap close onto him?
You just have to be really careful, because if the reaction speed is fast enough, they can press E and negate your W damage and also negate the tentacle strike. And then if he then Qs away from your like if you don't have spirit grab and you just W onto him, then he's just gonna all in you.
Fair enough.
But if you did and you W onto him, then even if he uses E to dodge that, you can just pull him and then do the double slam with the Q.
I'm gonna fast forward here a little bit. One thing that I've learned in lanes like this is if you're not sure of yourself, you can just push the wave, and they're forced to deal with your harass. So there I just get another free tentacle grab because he was hitting my spirit, and then I just keep the wave frozen near me. So he went for that. I wasn't expecting it, and there was one minion right in front of me, so he got a little bit lucky there. Can Jax fight me at level 6?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Although it's recommended more that he take Ignite or Exhaust if he wants to fight you level 6, but otherwise he has to wait for you to miss a tentacle grab and then have like either a minion advantage or be fighting away from the minions, and then just go in and save his E for when you ult. If he uses his E early, then he's not going to win the all-in because his dodge ability is really important for negating a lot of the Illaoi W slam damage. Yeah, so it's kind of the two main cooldowns are actually just the Jax E and the Illaoi E. It's advantageous if the other person doesn't have it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here, and what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think. Can you click on Jax for a moment?
Yeah.
I just want to see if he's used his Q. Does he jump onto you right now?
I pull his spirit.
You pull his spirit.
He walks up to the minions. I start DPSing. So no, he just walks toward me.
Yeah, that's a bad call, I think.
I think it's kind of okay because.
Well, I guess
well,
if
when
if
you have the spirit out
off,
now, you don't want to walk up when the spirit is out.
Wait, did you ult? Did you ult right there?
Yes, I did ult.
Yeah, I'm a little delayed here.
He actually out-traded me.
Go back because I wasn't able to see that clearly.
Every time I go back, it likes to change my camera.
Alright. Can you play at a slower speed?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
So E.
Yeah.
He hits the minion. 1, 2 for CS. He hits the E. And he auto WEs, and then my spirit is instantly killed. He popped a corrupting potion as well. So I get the ulti, but I don't get the ulti on the spirit and him. He hit me, so that reduced the duration of the spirit long enough that the spirit disappeared.
Yeah, and he popped. Yeah, I think he actually played it correctly there because he was able to get you to burn your spirit without you being able to proc it on him, and then when you R'd, he had his E up and he also had his ultimate up as well, although he probably would have prevented more damage if he had saved his E for when you used your W.
I think this is the mark of a decent Jax player, is when they use their leap strike to disengage the fight when I'm strong.
Yeah, it was the right call for sure.
And then he goes back in, realizing that I've spent all of my cooldowns and I have no tentacle on the wall, and he just goes back in to knock me silly. Yeah, he
doesn't have E though. So it was also correct for you to back off here because he'll just deal a ton of damage with his fervor.
In terms of items, what should Jax be building? Trinity Force? Titanic?
Titanic is fine because it has Tiamat gives him a bit of sustain. He can keep the wave more even when he goes Tiamat, since he needs to be able to match your pushing power somehow.
Okay.
And Titanic with the health makes it so that he's not as punished when he makes a mistake. He has a bit of health. Triforce is good when you're planning on fighting very often and you want the move speed to dodge the tentacles. And also you want to be able to burst Illaoi before she can win the sustained fight.
So Jax just took a boatload of damage from the E. I think he got tilted or something and forgot to leap strike away, but he ended up taking 2/3 of his health from that E.
Yeah, that was...
Still thinking about itemization though. The thing that I like doing is going Phage, Ninja Tabi as my rush.
Ninja Tabi is just great against Jax.
And Ninja Tabi is good against Illaoi too. But the HP, the flat health, I feel like gives me a lot of room for error when I'm fighting Jax because of his hybrid damage. Does Jax get any free resistance we should be aware of? Like, is there a good reason to go Black Cleaver?
When he all-ins, he gets a stupid amount of magic resistance and armor from ulting. Level 1, it's 30 bonus armor plus 50% bonus AD and 30 bonus magic resistance. But then right now he should have about maybe like 40 bonus AD, so maybe like a total of 50 armor from ulting.
I was incredibly surprised that Master Yi let me go.
Yeah, he should have kept going.
I think I surprised him with the amount of damage on the tentacle grab. So yeah, there's the Tabi. I'm not actually sure what I remember thinking when I was doing this. I've been doing a lot of Trinity Force builds for the extra mobility.
The Ruby Crystal is interesting though. He picks
I'm
off.
definitely going Storm Raiders this run. I think Grasp is an option. I don't really like it.
Grasp
Fire is an option.
Yeah. I think out of the three is Deathfire and Storm Raiders are probably the better choices because one, Storm Raiders is really good at dealing with his mobility, and two, like the Deathfire is really good for dealing more poke and kind of
Free armor shred.
taking advantage of Jax's lack of sustain. But with I think with Grasp, you run the risk of him just eating away the lifesteal portion.
Okay.
So
Is
yeah,
that
you're
easy
not
to
gonna
do?
get that. Well, he can just do it when you're going for that W slam. Then you lose both the W damage, the slam, and also the grasp. It's a pretty big big win if he manages to eat it.
So it looks like I just went Trinity Force this game, but like you can see, you land the E when he's going up to CS, and there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah.
He has to jump away immediately, or he just takes 2/3 of his health and damage, which he's doing a decent time, like dodging the tentacles, but he's not doing a decent job at dodging the E.
The thing that makes or breaks the matchup is basically whether or not Jax can dodge the E, or if he's willing to Q out when he gets hit.
So I have another video. I actually should have went to see if I could get this video to load before I started recording, but let's try it and find out.
Sure.
After the first item, um, what should be the best for Illaoi? I know I was going Trinity Force that game, but let's say you do a normal like Black Cleaver with um, Black Cleaver Ninja Tabi.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
second item should I be going?
I think the strongest second buy against Jax as Illaoi is probably Randuin's Omen.
Okay, yeah, to
It
reduce his attack speed.
it just counters a lot of Jax's kit. Since the health is good against the mixed damage, the attack speed slow is huge. But also you have the slow to help lock him down a little more when he is trying to run away from your ult. Uh, Really, the only way Jax can properly kill you is if you uh, make a blunder and you miss your
Miss your
E.
tentacle grab.
Yeah, you miss your E, and he's able to dodge all of your tentacles during your ultimate. Then he has like a strong chance. Or if he dodges your leap, and then he dodges the leap with the E, and he's able to kind of avoid all the tentacle slam damage from your ultimate, then he
If
can all in
you
quite fine.
neat thing you can do on Illaoi though is you can use your slam on a minion that's next to the Jax instead of directly on top of the Jax, and you can still get the tentacles to slam.
Yes, that is a very
It's a thing
uh,
you do against Shen as well.
yeah, it's a very good idea. Another thing is I think Jax tends to sometimes run like Bork when he's going top lane.
Or what about
As
Gunblade?
um, generally against Illaoi, Bork is more effective because of the health shred.
Okay, welcome back. I had some difficulty. I could not get my Jax replay to work at all from game one. This was a little bit more of a contested game. I got off to a poor early start. This is a video recording from my stream, so unfortunately I don't have any good video, and my stream has been suffering from some bitrate issues lately from my ISP, so I haven't been able to get a good quality stream lately. So this is a recording of my stream. I am watching this on Twitch. Um, this is a video from April 8th facing a Jax player. I went and I decided to try Grasp because playing against Jax tilts me, and I was going to go for a more tanky route. And I'm just going to talk through a few plays that I have here. This is kind of the early laning. I didn't play my level 1 as passive as I normally did. I was a little bit more aggressive. He traded a little bit on me. Nothing really came of it. Missed my E level 2. That's pretty unfortunate. And that buys him a lot of permission to just push the wave. And I'm just kind of letting him, which is fine. I'm going to let this go. He jumps on me and I just kind of kite it back, and I wait until I figure out which way he's going to juke before I land the E that I know that I can land. If I can land that while he's running away from me instead of fighting me, it's a lot easier to land. And I get back almost all of my health. And then unfortunately I don't respect the echo stun, and I just instantly get blown the fuck up, and none of that matters. So I'm kind of already going into tilt mode on this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fast forward to the next time anything significant happens, which is 13:30. I have ulti. I don't have much mana, Jax has 6. We're both just CSing and I'm poking. I go for the tentacle grab. He leap strikes in. And the thing that I want to point out is that he leap strikes in. And as soon as I see that he is leap striking in, that means he's got no escape, which means I don't have a lot of mana and I have to make this count. So I immediately go for the ultimate. So test his spirit when he goes for the cannon minion. He starts channeling his E, so I know he's gonna start fighting me. He's channeling his counter strike. If he jumps on me, he's not gonna have his counter strike, so he can't block autos. He's not gonna have an escape because he just used his leap strike to engage. So I am going to ult, and I want my animation of the ultimate to happen during the stun so that it reduces the amount of time where I can't do anything. If you have long duration animations on a character like Illaoi, where the animations are not interrupted by crowd control, you can make sure that you are stunned during the animation. This way, you lose less uptime. So I ult, the tentacles slam down because I pulled somebody's spirit and the tentacle spawned, and then I W Jax and he's just instantly dead. So let's skip ahead to 20 minutes 40. This is something you can do if you're not having very much luck getting your opponent to fight you. I have taken this guy's tower. I've died once before. I go for the E from bush, and he can't see me, so he can't dodge. He immediately backs off, which is the correct thing to do. I don't waste a bunch of mana on the spirit trying to kill the spirit because I see that he's already going. Echo comes for a gank. I've got a tentacle here, I've got a tentacle here, I've got a tentacle here. I want to kite and fight in here. So I'm going to throw my ultimate at Echo. He's the closest person, and he's, to be honest, more of the threat. Unfortunately, I miss it. There it is. He does a really good phase dive, which I was expecting. 20. It's really hard to do this when the video clip is long enough. But I'm expecting the phase dive to the left. I just didn't quite hit it. I wish I could slow down the replay a little bit, because it was literally 1 pixel away. Okay, so dodge that. Dodge the parallel convergence. I know that he's going to run into the bush this way. I even think No, I just walk into the bush myself. So he dodges the E, phase dives in immediately. Jax walks up, goes in. Ordinarily, I would try to kite this out until my E cooldown came back up, but that's just not going to happen. And I kind of realize that. So I try to kite him out, I do a little bit of fancy dodging, and then they're committing for the fight. And they're both in melee. So I'm just going to ult and get both of them. Had I landed my E, they would both be instantly dead. Since I missed my E, the tentacles don't slam. One, that's super important. The tentacles don't slam because there's no spirit nearby. 2, I hit W, so that causes 1, 2, 3, 4 nearby tentacles to slam. That one didn't slam, so just 3. Get the double kill, I die. I'm okay with that. 2 for 1, I'll take that. Let's skip to 22:30. This is a 1v1 level 12. I have Cleaver, and I've actually gone into Magic Resist and Health. The Magic Resist does reduce his damage. Sorry for the video quality on this. It was really stopping and starting. But flat health is really good against Jax. He does a lot of physical damage. He does a lot of magical damage from his abilities. And being that Echo was the only fed person on their team at that time, I thought it was a good buy. I missed the tentacle grab. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have just walked up and threw out the E. I should have waited for him to jump on me first. Because the first thing he's going to do is, hey, she missed her E. That's a big long cooldown. I'm going to engage. So he engages. He hits his counter strike. He leap strikes onto me. I take the damage. I W. He gets hit. I Q, auto, W. He gets hit by all of that. Spirit grab as he's walking away. I ult in an attempt to get the thing to swing instantly. He just flashes, and that's the end of story. Um, so that's the way you gotta do it. If you're ahead, don't be afraid to fight him, especially if you are a little bit ahead and you've got some HP items. Like if a Trinity Force versus a Cleaver, that's still even for you. Um, let's go ahead and actually let's just let it play because this is the next one. Secret Illaoi Hidden Ninja Technique, Teleport Flank. Cog kites back. I didn't have vision in the bush. He flashes. I don't think I can really get the karma. Yeah, I didn't really try to go for the karma at all. We see Echo in the bush there. I can fight the Echo, especially if I can land a tentacle grab while he's going out. He ults back into me, and we can just chase him down. I think I was saying, actually, I don't think I can get him, because I used literally everything, and my buddy, the Shaco, is telling me to go, and I just, like, do the W, and it's like, oh, I didn't think I could do that. And with the grasp proc, that really did a bunch. Let's go to 26 minutes. Let's go back a little bit further. So at this point in time, Jax is still sitting on Sheen and Phage, I believe. Or it might be Sheen and Cutlass. He keeps using his counter strike early, so you just land the Test of Spirit while he stuns you, and then ulti W, and he's basically dead. You have a lot more burst than Jax does, especially when you're ahead, and your natural item build of having a whole bunch of damage and also flat HP is going to be pretty good against most Jax players. Unless you do something and they snowball on you early. This should be a pretty easy matchup after this. The only thing you have to watch out for is getting your ulti kited and then getting re-engaged on. If your ulti is down, if your E is down, you've got to back up. If your cooldowns are up, if you can land your E, you'll do just fine. So go have fun. Go kill some Jaxes with some tentacles. Have a good night, guys.